Hey, sorry to be a couple minutes late getting started tonight. I had a lot more messages than I normally have. And you know what? I was sitting there answering them, and then I looked up, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's time to go. So, yeah, then I had to sprint in here and get us fired up. So, here's what we're going to do we're going to do things in a little bit different order tonight than we sometimes do them. And one thing I'm going to do, because I just think this makes more sense, and I really don't know why I haven't done it before now, we're going to move the nightly random up to the very front of the break instead of the very end. So we're going to start doing that as of tonight. It's going to be the first thing we do rather than the last. So if you haven't done a break with me before, I do a nightly random, and it changes from month to month. Depends on, what kind of mood I'm in. We want to do things that are interesting, and we don't always want to do the same thing every single time. So this particular time, what we're going to do for this whole month is we're having a promotion called Lucky You Part 2. And here's what that means, basically. Whoops, I forgot to straighten some of that out, didn't I? Hang on just a minute. So basically what it means is this. We are going to draw somebody out every night, and the person that is drawn out each night then gets entered into a customer appreciation break, which is going to take place on July the 1st. And in that break, it'll cost you nothing to get in it. The only way you can get in it, though, is through the nightly random, but it doesn't cost you anything to get in the break. And I will buy the products, and we'll open them up like a normal break on July 1st. And then from there, we'll do something with the hits. You'll have a chance to win them. And I don't know yet if that's going to be through random.org or if we'll maybe do a hits draft. I'm not really sure exactly how we're going to do it yet, but we're going to do something that'll be fun anyway. So that's what we're doing right now. You just saw me cut and paste from our big long list over there. This is everybody that's in all of the breaks tonight. So I'm going to hit random one time, and whoever comes out on the top is going to be our winner. And it is Abby Med 51. Abby Med 51. So give me 1 second, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and update our spreadsheet right now. And then we're going to take a look at who is in the break so far. So let me get you over to my view. And this is who is in up to this point in time. And there's one person a night for every night that we do a break, with one exception, and that is somewhere in here. Oh, right there on the 14th. That's the night we had all that weirdness happen. And so I decided as a result to add a second person that night. So if your name is on that list, that means you are in our customer appreciation break, which again is going to take place on the 1st of July. So yay. All right, that's what we're going to do from now on. We're going to do that straight up front so that you guys don't have to worry about coming back to check later to see if you were in it or hanging out to the end or any of that stuff. So we're going to do things slightly out of order other than just that. We're going to do our jerseys first. Football jersey followed by the baseball jersey. Then we're going to open Top Strata football, and then we're going to open the half case of Top Series 2 Jumbo, because the Top Series 2 Jumbo has just a tremendous amount of cards in it, and the rest of this is pretty quick to break. So that's why we're changing it up a little. First up, 2017 Leaf Autograph Football Jersey, break number 1, because this just came out on Friday, and I just didn't manage to get it listed in time. So that's why we're just now seeing it tonight. Team is on the left, winning bidder across from it. Anything that says no bids buyback, that's an unloved, unwanted, Orphan Annie kind of team. And if anything comes out for that team, it'll just hang out here with me. Anything that's marked unpaid, that is a team that was sold, but payment had not come in at least as of 5 minutes ago. So if payment has come in the meantime, hey, we're all good. Don't worry. If you've gotten your payment in, you'll be all good. So I'm excited to see what's in here, because Leaf mini helmets have been really quite good. We've been pulling some really nice stuff out of the Leaf mini helmets. So here's hoping. Oh, and it is a good one. It is a good one. Because it is DeMarco Murray. How about that? How about a little DeMarco Murray jersey? I'm trying to get to our COA out of here. Oh, did I just tear that bag? Daggone it. So there's, well, I guess it doesn't even say on there. After all that, doesn't even say. But you can see the signature there, DeMarco Murray. So that is, I imagine this is a custom jersey. The majority of these are, but we're gonna take a look at it and just hopefully not unfold it the whole entire way. But I'm gonna try to see if it's, yeah, it's custom. Sometimes you get lucky and you get an authentic or a replica, but most of the time it's a custom. So nice little hit to start off Leaf jerseys with the DeMarco Murray. And we'll be opening a bunch more of those because I bought quite a few of those. Because again, I like the Leaf stuff and we seem to pull pretty big names out of it most of the time. So yay! Yay Leaf jersey and DeMarco Murray. We like it. Next up is going to be our Hit Parade baseball jersey. And let me get the spreadsheet up for that. And Hit Parade, of course, that's a different company, but it's the same theory. And this, again, is one box 2017 Hit Parade baseball jersey. Third time we have broken a Hit Parade baseball jersey. And you will see our same format as before. So we'll scroll down through here and give everybody a chance to see their name in lights while we, whoops, well, I didn't do a very good job with that, did I? I don't know what I'm doing there. I just made a big hot mess of that scroll. Anyway, baseball jersey. Let's see who we pull. Oh, Joey is pulling for the Mets. He's got the Mets out in the universe. All right, Joey, let's see if the universe delivers for you, my friend. Let's see if we can pull a Met out of here for you. Or somebody else sent me a message earlier looking for a Mariner. So the Mariner's out in the universe, too. And who do we have here? I'm not entirely sure who we have. Ah, we have Gordon. And once again, let's see if this is a replica or an authentic. And there, of course, you can see that. There is our signature. And do we have any? Nope, I guess this is a custom jersey as well. So most of the time what we pull are custom jerseys. Every once in a while we get lucky and we pull something that that isn't custom, but most of them, the majority of them, are going to be custom. All right, let's get our spreadsheet up here for Strata and take a look at that. If I can get myself on the same page that you're on, we might be doing okay. Here we go. I seem to be having some motor skills issues this evening. All right, so we have 6 boxes of 2015 Topps Strata football. This is a half case break, and it is number 10, half case break number 10. And you will see same format as before as we scroll down through here, with one exception. We do have 2 teams that are not listed for sale. Here is why. Somebody told me after, I guess it was after break number 8, somebody sent me a message and says, hey, the Patriots don't have any hits in Strata. And I'm thinking, that can't possibly be right. I mean, all of these things have something you can pull. But I did a little digging, and sure enough, I did not ever see any hit come up for the Patriots, so I didn't list them for sale. Now, why is that coming up that you guys have like a blank black box? Did you not? What is going on right there? Nothing is. Why is that not showing? Okay, that's weird. Something is kind of going on right here, and you're not seeing the spreadsheet, so bear with me while I try to figure out why you have a blank sort of screen instead of what we should be seeing. Let's just try to set it up again for a second time and see if we can make it work. All right, so I don't know what happened there. That was weird. And looks like all of our other stuff is still set up, but for some reason that wasn't. So I don't know if you got a chance to see the spreadsheet or if you just had the big black screen. So we're going to scroll down it again in case you just had the big black screen. So here we go again. Um, anyway, so where I left off, somebody sent me the message after break number 8, said the Patriots didn't have any hits in this series. And so I looked it up. I didn't list them for sale in break number 9 because I never could find a hit or evidence of a hit for the Patriots. So, okay, that was news to me, but there you go. So then, as we were talking about that in break number 9, then somebody sent me a message and said for break number 10, oh, I don't think the Saints have any hits in there. I'm like, come on, that just does not seem right that we would have 2 teams with no hits. But again, I never saw any evidence of any Saints hits when I tried to research it, so I just took them out this time too. And if one or both of those people happen to be incorrect, then, you know, and we pull a Saint or a Patriot, then okay, we'll go ahead and send it out via random. But I'm going to assume that they were probably correct, which still just is super weird to me that Topps would put out a product like this. I mean, Strata was a kind of a, I mean, it was one of their better, well, I shouldn't say one of their better products, but it was definitely one of their popular products. And I'm really shocked that they would put it out with 2 teams with no representation. But anyway, I wasn't going to list the teams if I didn't think you had any chance to pull anything, so that's what happened. Oh, so now you guys have no video? You guys have no video now? What the heck? Because I see video on my side. Other than the point where we had the black screen, I saw the video on all my stuff. So is somebody still having a problem with that? Can you, before I start opening these packs, can somebody verify via chat, please, if we're good or if we're not good? Just so I kind of know. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I know there's a little bit of a delay, like when you guys type into chat before I see it, before it comes up, there's a slight delay, but I didn't want to keep going until somebody confirmed, since I saw that someone said they didn't have video. All right, first up, we have Devin Funchess for the Panthers, numbered 250. That one is 21 of 50, and of course, you know, it's actually clear like that. Well, sort of pseudo clear, but I'm going to hold that little white piece of paper behind it every time because it makes it easier to see. Second thing, you guys probably remember this from our past breaks, but these do have a tendency to have little scratches on them. This is Rashad Green, also for the Jags. Well, I said also for the Jags. Devin Funchess was not a Jag. But we pull, yeah. Anyway, these do have little scratches on them, almost always. And typically, you don't see them like glared at a certain angle or in a certain light. You will see it. So just pointing that out. This is to 800, Brett Hundley for the Packers. And as you know, if you've heard me talk about it before, my theory on it is that it happens when they're being signed. You know, people dragging their clothing across it or stacking the cards or dragging the cards across a table or who knows what. But almost all the Strata cards have it to some degree. That is to 99, Mike Davis for the 49ers. And that's actually a pretty nice piece of cloth. I like the materials hit on that one. So I just kind of try to remember to say that usually before our Strata breaks because, you know, it is there, especially if you hold it at the right angle. Coming out for the Vikings, Trey Waynes to 800 for the Vikes. And we have a redemption, Leonard Williams, clear-cut autograph patch rookie card, Leonard Williams. So we will go checklist verify that little bad boy in a minute. Okay, now somebody else is saying, what is going on here? Now somebody else says that the that the video is gone for them, but I still see the video. I mean, I'm watching it on my iPad as well, and I don't have, I mean, I still see the video. So I don't understand what is going on there. Okay. That is weird. That is maybe, is that a YouTube thing? Because I'm not seeing it cut out. Or are you guys watching it on a mobile device? The ones of you who are cutting in and out? I can't quite figure out what's going on here. There is a manual Sanders to 800 for the Broncos. Because my iPad has a tendency to drop the video even when the video hasn't actually been dropped for anybody else, but mine is still showing that it's cruising through fine. So I don't really know what's happening there. Another hit for the Packers. This one's Ty Montgomery to 100, and that's a really nice piece of cloth too, and that's kind of the thicker shadow box type card on the Ty Montgomery. So that's a particularly nice little hit there for the Packers. And that's going to be followed up by another very nice hit. This one for the Eagles, Jordan Matthews to 50. And again, with kind of the shadow box type deal. And of course, all these are on-card autos. So that's, and you do have some kind of weirdness happening down here on the edge of this one. And I'm not quite sure why. It almost looks like they misapplied the paper or something. You see that little white strip down that one edge on the back? So I don't really quite know what that's about. But thank goodness it's on the back and not on the front. I guess is about all we can say for that. This is David Johnson coming out for the Cardinals, and that one does not appear to be numbered. And, oh, that was in between those two. And coming out of our final box of Strata here, Brett Hundley again. What the what? Okay. That one is to 25. So the Packers just cleaned house tonight. The Packers just were all in and got a bunch of hits in here. And I hope you like Brett Hundley because you have a lot of Brett Hundley now. And then Chris Conley wraps us up for the Chiefs. So we will recap these hits, particularly given that apparently the video dropped at some point for a couple of you. But in the meantime, before I do that, let me run over here into Topps and let's checklist verify Leonard Williams here. So give me 1 second to do that. Why is this giving me such a hard time tonight? There we go. And then, of course, it doesn't want to bring it up. Why must you do this to me? I'm like, oh my God. I can't even find the checklist for this. It's not coming up. Because everything is in 2017 on the Topps website. Good grief. All right, well, see, if you're feeling like you need a snack or a bathroom break, this is probably a good time to do it while I'm searching through endless pages here to try to find 2015 Strata on the Topps website. Holy Moses. How can it be this far in, but yet it is? Okay, now we're making some progress, but then it's not in alphabetical order, is it? Oh, brother. I don't really think they could have made this much harder if they tried. Okay, fun, good times. There's high tech, that doesn't help us. Well, if I don't find it in a minute, we're just gonna move on along the road here and look it up on a different website other than the Topps website, because clearly they're not going to bring it up. I've been scrolling through that for quite a long time, so we're just going to move on, and I'm going to put it on the NFL website and see who drafted Leonard Williams. So normally I prefer to go to the manufacturer's checklist, but seeing as how that is taking all of our lives ticking away. We're just going to go to NFL.com. All right, and he is a Jet. So there you go. After all that, he was drafted by the Jets. That only took 50 minutes short of forever. All right, so to review, out of Strata, we have our clear-cut autograph patch rookie card, Leonard Williams for the Jets. Then we have Chris Conley for the Chiefs. David Johnson for the Cardinals. Guess we should be looking at the back of all these too. For once in a while, you'll find one with ink or something on the back where they've signed them and stacked them. Jordan Matthews /50 for the Eagles. And that one does have some weirdness on that bottom edge there. For the Packers, Ty Montgomery /100. Mike Davis /99 for the 49ers. For the Jags, Rashad Green. And I'm going to go ahead and set this stack on down here onto the sorting mat. And then let's take a look at our second stack here. Brett Hundley for the Packers, the first of 2. That one, though, is /25. Emmanuel Sanders /800 for the Broncos. Trey Waynes for the Vikings /800. Brett Hundley, the second one. This one is /800 for the Packers. And finally, Devin Funchess for the Panthers /250. All right, now let me get, I forgot to switch the iPad back to chat. Daggone it. Oh, man. See what happens when I get all thrown off there by whatever was going on with the no video and the tops checklist and holy Moses, yeah. One of those kind of days, isn't it? It's not even Monday, but it's behaving like it's Monday. So next up, we're going to have 3 boxes of 2017 Topps Series 2 Jumbo. That's a half case break, and there is a tremendous amount of cards coming in this thing. So, yeah, there's a ton of cards in here. It will take us a little while to go through it. And once again, I know some of these say unpaid, and if you have paid since the spreadsheet was finalized, which was done probably 5 minutes before the break started, no worries, you're going to be all good. But because it was unpaid when the break started, that's why it's marked unpaid. So if somebody wants to, well, I was going to say if somebody wants to choose right or left or something like that, then maybe we would. But I think I'll just take them all out. We're going to take them all out of here, and then we're going to put them in random. We're going to number them on the end, and then we're going to put them in random. And let random decide which boxes we open tonight. In the meantime, there's some big poster in here. This was in our last case too, about National Baseball Card Day. So there you go. Go to your local store on August the 12th, and they'll give you whatever that said. Looks like a free pack of baseball cards. So whatever your local hobby shop is, should have that. Oh, I gotta get all these out of here. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Well, there's gotta be an easier way to do that. Maybe it's like this. Come on. All right. So let's get these numbered first and foremost, and then we will do 5 and 6. Then we'll figure out which ones we're going to open. And let me get over here to this. One, two, three, 4. And of course, we're going to take the first 3 that come out of random. And that is 5, 4, and 1. And are you on a black screen again? Yes. What is going on with this thing? What in the heck? Okay. It was there a second ago, and now all of a sudden it has dropped it. So let's do the same thing I guess we did a minute ago. And we'll try and add it back. Although what I don't understand, I've never had it drop in the middle like this before, just suddenly drop a screen. It did do an update recently, but it still shouldn't be causing this. Okay, well anyway, there, now you can see it again, hopefully. And you will see there's our timestamp and all that jazz, and there are numbers 5, 4, and 1. And did it just drop it again? Even though I just put it in there? No, now maybe it is still there. I don't know what's happening with it. It's kind of making me a little bit crazy, though. Just a little bit. No, Top Strata is not the only thing opening tonight. We opened a football jersey, we opened a baseball jersey, and now we're opening this Top Series 2 baseball. Which now I just forgot what number we were doing while I was looking at chat. 5, 4, and 1. 5, 4, and 1. I'm telling you, whatever is happening with this thing dropping the screens has kind of got me perplexed, as well as just not in a groove. We're not in a good groove tonight because of whatever kind of technical things is happening with the broadcast software is not making anybody's life very happy right now. Oh, you missed the whole video, Brandon. Well, out of Strata, I don't even remember who all we pulled. There was a redemption for the Jets. There were some Packers. I really don't even remember who all it was. Is Strata the one that you were looking for, Brandon, that you wanted to see again? If so, if you want to hang out until the end of this, I will be happy to show it to you again. Or the alternative, if you don't want to sit through opening the probably several hundred cards that we're going to be going through here, the alternative is to just wait and check out the recorded version, which I'll get up posted later tonight as well. So guys, there are a lot of base cards in this. So we kind of buzzed through the base pretty quickly because there's not a lot of excitement in the base cards of Series 2. But if you want me to go slower or faster or whatever, feel free to throw it up there in chat and I will be happy to do that. This is one of the buyback cards, I guess. Yeah, 30th anniversary. Well, not a buyback, but a 30th anniversary card. We are going to have in here some of these little cards for the show 17. They are for PlayStation 4. They are not, to download the game itself, but they do give you like a pack of cards in the game. And if you are in this break and you want one of those, please send me a message on eBay and I will be happy to put one in your package for you because we're going to have a number of those along with several other advertising cards. Oh, Dave, the jersey was for Gordon, right? So that's an advertising card as well. And again, I can show you all of that stuff at the end of the break. If you want to hang out, I'll be happy to go through all of that with you again. Or if you want to wait until the replay is posted, if you don't want to sit through all the opening of the baseball, that's fine too. Whichever way you prefer. But we have got all the baseball to sort through before I can go back and show the other stuff again. There are going to be a few numbered cards in here. Most of the numbered cards are numbered to like 2017. So it's not low numbered, but there are occasionally you'll find one that's a little bit lower numbered than that, but there's not a ton of them. This is Hernandez coming out for the Astros, and is that numbered anywhere on there? I don't guess so. But either way, it's still a nice little rookie hit for the Astros, straight off the top. And each of these boxes is going to have one signature and two relics. One will be a game-worn relic, and one will be a manufactured patch. And that's a little different than the hobby boxes. The hobby boxes have less hits than the jumbos. Also have less cards. But I generally, on Series 1, Series 2, update, stuff like that, I generally just get the jumbos because, you know, A, you're probably interested in doing a little set building with it. And B, why not just get the extra hit, right? I mean, might as well. We always want more hits rather than less hits. A nice little Benintendi rookie. This is one of the buyback cards. They'll all have Rediscover Topps stamped on them. And most of them are in pretty good shape. I have run across one or two that were not in as good a shape as they normally are to be buyback cards. But generally speaking, they're in pretty good shape. But I think probably the reason most people are interested in this set is probably to either build your base, or you're looking for those rookie hits. And these will be, you'll get a bunch of cards when you get these. There's like a tremendous amount of cards when you sort this stuff. So Tanaka for the Yankees is our game used relic out of this box. So the Yankees are on the board. Of course, I know Yankees are always looking for one guy these days, and that would be Mr. Aaron Judge. And as soon as we get a little bit later into the year and we start seeing Cody Bellinger show up, I think Aaron Judge may have a little run for his money in terms of the breaks. Anyway, Bellinger's been crushing it, man. He's already up to what, 20 or so home runs, 20, 21. I think he's like third in home runs, with Aaron being maybe first at this point, because Aaron has what, 23, 24, somewhere in that neighborhood, 25 maybe. So yeah, Cody Bellinger, he's coming on, man. Dodgers are going to have one to be excited about. That one is numbered to 2017. You can see it right over there. And you can usually tell those because they have this slightly different coloring down there in the corner, if you're interested in that sort of thing as it goes by. All right. Shipping wise, I did not say this earlier because I just did everything out of order tonight, didn't I? By moving our random up to the front of the break, it seems like I just got us all messed up. Shipping on everything that we're breaking tonight, my expectation is that it will go out, excuse me, that it will go out Monday. And there is a possibility that I could get it out sooner, and I will try to get it out sooner, but my expectation is Monday. Another buyback, that one for the Phillies, David Bell. I generally try to announce that at the start and again kind of in the middle and towards the end, because people, people come and go, jump in and out of the break, but I forgot to say it earlier. That will teach me to do things out of order, won't it? Because, yeah, mentally it's got me all messed up, and then our broadcast software decided to have its little breakdown or whatever, so, yeah, it's like Monday but Tuesday. Oh, you're looking for Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson, wow. And Alex Gordon. What are you asking me about Alex Gordon? Is there a Ricky Henderson autograph in here? In Series 2? I mean, I guess you've looked at the checklist, I'm assuming, so probably if you're asking for it, I'm guessing there is one in here, but I didn't know there was. That's kind of cool, actually. If we can pull Ricky Henderson, that would be nice. Huh. So, that's going to be numbered 2, isn't it? Yes, numbered to 2017. So, if anybody's into basketball, we've got the draft coming up, and I'm pretty excited about that. I always really look forward to the NBA draft, more so even than the NFL draft, and I think that's because the NFL draft just has so many rounds. Like, it's interesting for the first round, maybe a little bit into the second round, but then by the time you get to like round 6 and 7, and it's like multiple days, and you're kind of like, I just want to know who my team has, But NBA is so quick; it's just the two rounds, and I always look forward to it. So I'm excited about that this week. Whitey Ford is out for the Yankees. Both relics out of here so far, headed to the Yanks. And that, of course, is our manufactured patch. And then, of course, tomorrow also we have, the draft isn't tomorrow, draft's Thursday, but we have museum collection coming out in baseball tomorrow. That's always a nice one. I'm not opening it until starting Thursday, though. I don't know, something I do like to open things the night they come out, but I tell you what, I've had a couple of times where my UPS or my FedEx, depending on how it was sent, or sometimes UPS or FedEx at the hobby store, depending on which way I ordered it and where it gets delivered, is running late, and then I start freaking out that they're not going to show up and that it's not going to be here in time for the break. And I don't know. I had some problems with that recently with kind of them not showing up or showing up at 7 o'clock at night and things like that. So it kind of made me a little bit gun shy. So I've moved some of the stuff back into the day after release as kind of like a little safeguard sort of thing. But I don't know. I guess we'll go another week or so, and if they can get themselves where I don't feel like they're going to leave us hanging. That one was also numbered to 2017, of course. Then maybe we'll switch back to doing release night, because I do like to do release night breaks. Especially if they get here on time like they're supposed to, and because then I just sit and look at the case and think, oh, I want to open you. I know I can't yet, but I want to. All right, so that was box 1. We had both relics went out for the Yankees, and the autograph went out to the Astros. And shipping wise for other stuff, a bunch of stuff went out today. Dave, I had an envelope ready to go for you today, and then I realized that as part of your order, with all the other stuff that I had in there, that there was still a Series 2 Jumbo that I needed to send, and then I just ran out of time because I was pushing the clock before the post office closed. So yours is going out tomorrow, Dave, but I'm going to ship it by a faster method since I did not get it out to you today as I had intended. As I thought I had everything in there, and I was just double checking through something, and I said, oh no, because there was the one of Saturday, you know, there were a lot of, it was Saturday, that had a lot of different things on there, and I thought I had it covered, and then I went back and checked it, and I was like, oh no, I'm missing something. So I will, I'll send it to you by a faster method. That's numbered to 2017. And you'll probably still, honestly, even get it quicker than if I had sent it today via first class. For the Marlins, that is one of the, I don't really know what you call those. I call them just black and white, but I think they have a name, like negative or reverse or some such. They're not numbered, but they are pretty cool. Another one of our buybacks. Rediscover Top stamped on it. But I actually had, there were two, maybe, well, probably more than two. There were 3 or 4 that I had ready to go today and intended to go today, and just literally ran out of time to get everything put together and to the post office. So all of those handful of holdouts will be going out tomorrow. I'm trying to get ahead of schedule is what I'm trying to do, so that I can get it to you before the date that I've announced. Although it seems like this week everything's just been in slow motion. It's like everything I've tried to do all week has taken 10 times longer than I expected to take for some reason. Or have days like that or weeks like that. That one's to 2017. Oh no, I'm not going to make you wait until this break. No way, man. Your stuff, that first group of stuff, like I said, I intended to get it out to you today. It's totally my fault. I just hosed it up. I didn't realize that I didn't have the other Series 2 in there until I was double checking everything before I sealed it up, and then I'm like, oh man, because of the time of day, I just literally ran out of time to then get it, you know, the envelope repackaged and get the label printed and get to the post office before they closed. But I'll definitely get it out to you tomorrow, man. So you may not have everything coming tomorrow, but all that stuff from Friday and Saturday, that's what I had ready to go, minus the one I missed. So you will get a package on the way tomorrow for sure. And you may have more than that, I don't know, but that's what I know is done. Because I tend to not even print out the invoices for stuff until I'm getting ready to work on that day. Because I don't want to get, it all mixed up and confused and everything. Because I just like to ship by day, by group, you know. So I print out the invoices for whatever date in question and then start packing away. And then when it looks like I have extra time, then sometimes I'll print the next day and start working on that. And that's when you will occasionally get, you know, a package with combined days in it. And then on the other hand, if I run out of time, I'll just stop and ship whatever date I was on. That one is to 2017, which is why sometimes you only get 1 day's worth of breaks in an envelope, and sometimes you get a couple of days worth of breaks in an envelope. But if my post office would, I need like a 24-hour post office, right? I mean, that's what I need. We just had a post office that was open 24 hours a day. I would be thrilled. The post office people would not be thrilled. They'd be unhappy working 24 hours a day. But I would be happy. Yeah, we'll look at the jersey again, Dave, as soon as we get done with the cards, with the baseball cards. We'll go back and look at Strata, and we'll go back and look at the jersey. So we'll double back on all that stuff. Just let's get through these Series 2 jumbos, and then we'll double back and take a look at all that stuff for everybody again. And then, Brandon, you are asking me about football. There is, let's see what this guy, who is this guy? No, he isn't. All right, we'll set him over there. He'll have to go to random or something. Little weird announcer dude. Oh, hey, we have a signature coming out for the Orioles. Trey Mancini, cool. Little rookie hit for the Orioles. Football. I always have football stuff listed, and I list new stuff almost every day. The weird thing is, it's not really weird. Well, I kind of think it's weird, actually. Let's just go back to weird, because it kind of is. eBay has this thing where if you list an auction for less than 5 days, they charge you an extra $1 per listing. Freddie Freeman is our manufactured patch coming out for the Braves on Mr. Freddie Freeman. So, yeah. So it makes it really inconvenient, right? Because then you've got to list everything for 5 days or 7 days, or pay an extra, in the case of football, $32 for each break that you do because you list it for less time than that. So, yeah, there is a point to this story. It doesn't seem like it, but there is. So what happens is this, because I have to list them for 5 days or 7 days, I don't always have it planned out exactly the way I want it to go, because I have to stop and think about what's releasing the following week, right? And then, because you got to make sure you get that in to the break rotation. So I can't really ever say too far in advance what all is going to be there, because there's so much stuff coming out right now, and you got to do those dumb 5-day things. I mean, I would much prefer 3 days, and then you can kind of adjust on the fly. Then you don't have to worry too much about new products coming out. You only got to have 3 days notice, right? But anyway, we will have pretty much all the new football product as it comes out for the 2017 stuff. I think as far as I remember, I've ordered all of it. And then I always break a lot of older football too. That is the 2017. You know, I go back into like 2007, 8, 9, 2010, really anything from 2007 forward. I've even gone back into 2006 recently. Is fair game and will show up from time to time. And a lot of it just depends on what I see that interests me. Because my local hobby shop, he's got a lot of stuff in there, older stuff too. So I get some stuff there. I get some stuff online from various places. I mean, I've got a lot of different sources to buy stuff. So it really just kind of depends on what looks interesting on any given day. And I tend to get on these kicks where I'll look for a certain rookie, and then I'm not satisfied until I've pulled it, right? So right now, I'm on an Adrian Peterson kick. So I'm opening all kinds of 2007 stuff because I want to pull an Adrian Peterson rookie auto. And I haven't pulled it yet. So we're opening lots of 2007 at the moment for that reason, as much as any other reason. So, you know. And then once I find it, I can, you know, kind of have a little bit of peace for a moment. And then I do usually go back to the product if I like the product. But an example of that's 2011 Prime Signatures. I was determined that we were going to find a Cam Newton rookie auto in there. And we opened, I don't even know how many cases, like so many before I finally pulled it. And then, or it seemed like so many. Maybe it wasn't so many. It just maybe seemed like it was to me. And then once we finally pulled it, I was like, oh, okay, now I can kind of like chill out for a little bit. So then I didn't open, even though I had more here, I didn't open it at all then for like, I don't know, a couple weeks probably. And then I started back with it in a regular rotation because I like the product and it's fun to open. But like I said, I get on my tears. But if there's something in particular that you are looking for, all you have to do is just let me know. You know, just say, hey, I'm looking for whatever. And if I can get it and it's reasonably priced, then I'll break it. I've got no problem with that. For the Royals, Lorenzo Cain is our game used relic out of here. I don't really break hockey. That is the thing. I don't do hockey and I don't do soccer. And that's primarily because I don't watch either one. So I don't know jack diddly squat about who is good or not or otherwise in hockey or in soccer. Which, I mean, I guess I could still open it, but I wouldn't really. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would be fun to open if I don't know anything about it, but the only thing I like about hockey are the fights. I do like the fights. I've got a friend whose kid used to play hockey. I mean, he's older now. He doesn't play anymore, but we would go to his games sometimes. Of course, kids, you know, they can't really fight. So that part wasn't there. And it's so flippin' cold in there, man. Like, what the? Like, I am not enjoying this. But I would drag off to those games because, you know, our kid was a good kid. He's cool. But, man, I just couldn't get into it somehow. So, anyway, that was like a essay length answer to your question about what's coming up next in football. I don't know, sorry. Off on a little tangent. It's not the first time, and I promise you it won't be the last time that I go off on a little tangent. I try to stay focused, but it's really hard. If anybody has baseball on and you want to throw up any scores, please feel free to throw them up there in chat. I'm in a couple of little fantasy contests and got to keep an eye on how everybody's doing. Oh, am I a Cam Newton fan? You know, I'm really only a Steelers fan when it comes to football. That's my groove. I'm the black and gold in football. Oh, we have a numbered one. Yay. That one is numbered to 75. Sorry, I had to get kind of close to see it. My vision has been whacked all week. So the Nolan Ryan manufactured patch is numbered to 75. Bonus. So I don't know. I don't really have any feelings about Cam Newton one way or the other, to be honest with you. The Steelers are my one true love in football, for sure. But that having been said, that's completely different from who I like to find in breaks. I just get in those little mental head spaces where I think, I want to find blah, blah, blah. And then I go look for it. Like I did that with Andrew Luck. But the thing with Andrew Luck is we pulled his on-card auto out of the very first case I opened. Like the very first case of 2012 Prime Signatures that I opened. And it's only a $5 case. Boom. Out came the Andrew Luck on-card rookie auto. So I was like, okay, I'm done with that now. Felix Hernandez for the Mariners, 2/100. Game used memorabilia. Although it is not from the game that they're talking about here, apparently, the 150th career win. It's not from that specific game, but nonetheless, is game used relic. And it's pretty cool. And I think I might know who has the Mariners. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, that it's the bidder who also kind of likes the Pirates, kind of like I am. You know, you kind of like the Pirates, but, you know, you don't have a thing against them, but they're just kind of there. But that your first love is the Mariners, and then in football, you kind of like the Steelers, but your first love is the Seahawks. So I'm thinking that might be yours. That is to 2017. I think you might have the Mariners in this break. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you do. In which case, you got a nice little hit there. Fun little hit. I like the relics. Oh, the Yankees lost again. And the Cubs won, and Rangers 5, Jays 1. Ooh, man. Oh, no, I've got some Green Bay Packer love. Because here's the other thing, Brandon. I went to UK. Went to college at UK. So I love all of the UK athletes wherever they land. And of course I have Randall Cobb there in Green Bay. So yeah, I've got some love for the Pack. Because I love my man Randall. To 217. Or 2017, not to 217. And that's, you know, we don't have as many football players in, or baseball players in the pros as we do basketball players. Got tons of basketball players in the pros, but not as many out of the other sports. Although our baseball program, we're moving and grooving right now. I mean, that matchup against Louisville kept us out of the College World Series, which was kind of a drag. But this was the first time in program history that we got to a super regional. It's unfortunate that we had to meet Louisville and Brandon McKay once we got there, but of course we'd already played them once before, earlier in the year anyway. But our program is doing really well. And we got somebody drafted in the first round, Evan White. What was he, maybe taken 11th or something? So baseball is starting to look up at UK, for sure. So soon we may have more than we do now in the pros. But yeah, I even had to cut the Ravens a little slack because we had a UK player go to the Ravens. And, you know, the Ravens are the arch rivals of the Steelers. I mean, probably even more so than the Bengals and some of the others, at least around here. And I even have to give the Ravens a tiny little nod of happiness. Why did I don't know why I thought that was numbered, but it isn't. Just because we have a UK player there. And that one's kind of painful. It's kind of painful to have to give them any kind of love. But yet, I must. Oh, you have family that lives here. What part of the state do they live in? All right. We are making progress. I know it takes a long time to go through these because There's a lot of them. So many, so many. More bang for your buck, though, right? I mean, when you get a package with like a pound of cards in it, that's a good day. In my opinion, anyway. St. Louis Cardinals team card there tried to escape. Paducah, okay. My grandparents, long time ago, lived in Paducah for a period of time. My grandfather was a minister, and they moved around a fair amount when I was younger. He's passed on many years ago now, but when I was small, they lived in Paducah for a period of time. We used to go down there to visit. I really don't even remember how far that is. I want to say that's probably about like a 3-hour drive or something. It's a hike, the best I remember. Haven't driven down there in a long time. Long time. Girl I worked with when her mother passed, the services and things were in Paducah. And I drove down for that, and that's probably been 20 years ago. And that's the last time I've been in that part of the state. Seems like we're getting more of those than we normally get of the little PS4 things out of this one. But again, anybody that wants one of those, you just send me a message. Well, anybody that's in the break, I should clarify that. If it's like somebody who's not in the break, then you can still send me a message on eBay if you want, but I would wait until we finished all 4, till we're done with all the Topps Jumbo, which is, we still have another half case to go. And then once we finish that, if everybody has been accommodated who wanted one that was in one of the breaks, then I would be happy to entertain requests for people who are not in the breaks. Does that make sense? Another ad card. Oh, we got a redemption. Oh, and it's a good one too. Oh, how about that? How about that? That just made somebody happy. We have to checklist verify that, of course, but we know who it's going to be, but we will still checklist verify it before we're done. Because I'm a nerd like that, I always go to the checklist and verify them. Oh, there's another broadcaster. Oh, okay. Well, this guy played with the Giants. You see that on there? So this guy, we're going to send Mark DeRosa here. We're sending him to the Giants. So that only leaves Robert Flores that we have to deal with, sitting over here to my left. Which truly, I kind of don't imagine that any of you even care whether or not you get Robert Flores. But just in case you do care, we're going to stroll right on over here to random. And we're going to random him off, but let's grab all of our team names first so we can figure out what team it's going to be. And hopefully, Friendly Broadcast Software won't decide to go to a black screen this time, because that was a little disconcerting. And we'll figure out who Mr. Flores will be going with. We're just going to do random once on this. Plenty of teams in there take care of it. The Rockies. All righty, the Rockies. Good times. So, my handwriting is horrific, but I will know what it says. And again, writing's on the sleeve, not on the card. So, little Mr. Robert Flores here is going to the Rockies. Now, let's go checklist verify Anthony Rizzo. I mean, we know he's Cub. We do, but like I said, I always do it. It's that kind of, like that theory of, you know, the measure twice, cut once kind of thing. It's that kind of theory. Even though we know it, we still look it up, or I still look it up. And of course, Series 2 is the checklist that I had open originally, which then I lost when I went looking for 2015 Strata Football a while ago. Reverence autograph patch card. Scrolling. I mean, that's got to be a pretty good card, right? I mean, because I don't think I don't think there's a lot of those in here. If I can ever find it on the stupid checklist, we'll see how many signatures are part of that. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now there's probably 20 players that have signed on the Reverence autograph patch cards, but they're all, you know, the high-level players. So I got to say this is a pretty good hit. I mean, I haven't seen what this card's going to look like, but I suspect the Cubbies are going to be happy with that. So we have the Rizzo redemption for the Cubs. We have Trey Mancini for the Orioles. And Hernandez for the Astros. Then our relic cards. Felix Hernandez for the Mariners. Nolan Ryan on the manufactured patch card for the Rangers, and it's numbered to 75. Lorenzo Cain for the Royals. Manufactured patch, Freddie Freeman for the Braves. Manufactured patch for the Yankees, Whitey Ford. And game-worn Tanaka for the Yankees. So that is the recap. We've already done our nightly random because we did that up at the top of the break. So now we need to review Strata because somebody wants to look at Strata again. And then we need to pull out the jersey again because you want to look at the jersey again. All right, so let's do Strata first. So here we go. This is for the Panthers, Devin Funchess. For the Pack, Brett Hundley to 800. And again, you know, these, I'm holding a white card behind it. These are clear cards on the top here. But I'm holding the white card behind it so you can see it better. Trey Waynes to 800 for the Vikings. Emmanuel Sanders to 800 for the Broncos. Second, Brett Hundley for the Packers. That one is to 25. Leonard Williams redemption for the Jets. Rashad Green for the Jags. Mike Davis to 99 for the 49ers. Ty Montgomery for the Packers to 100. Is that the one that was weird on the back? No, it's the other one, I guess. Jordan Matthews for the Eagles to 50. That's the one that's got kind of a weird white edge on the back there. Chris Conley for the Chiefs. And David Johnson for the Cardinals. And Brandon, you would have missed me saying this earlier too, but most of these Strata cards will have on them kind of some small surface scratches. You don't normally see it head on, but if you turn it at a certain angle or get it in a certain light, you will see it, and that's pretty true of all the Strata cards. But I do generally try to bring that up, and I said that earlier, but since you were not around to hear that, that's why I'm saying that again. And all right, so what do we need to do here? Oh, I got to find that jersey, which I've put, hang on a minute. You got to bear with me, Dave, because I've put this, I've put all this down over here now, so I got to come get it out. I typically kind of move it on down the road, and we'll get it back out and take a look at it here. This is right there is your signature. Now I'm assuming that looks like to me that is Alex Gordon, but Alex Gordon, of course, doesn't wear number 7 for the Royals. He wears number 4 for the Royals. So I'm not 100% sure why that. I mean, to me, the signature looks like Alex Gordon, but Alex Gordon doesn't wear number 7. So from that standpoint, I'm a little confused. So, yeah, but again, he doesn't wear number 7 for the Royals. He wears number, whatever I just said a minute ago, number 4, right? Yeah. So, but the signature to me looks like Alex Gordon. But I don't know why the number doesn't match, because it doesn't match. So bear with me, and I will see if I can figure out what's going on with that. Because at the moment, I mean, like, I don't know why they can't just, when they put these things in here, why can't they just say for sure who it is? I mean, the signature looks like Alex Gordon. To me, I think it's Alex Gordon. That's what I thought. That's what I said when we pulled it, that I called it Alex Gordon. But I don't know why it's a number 7 and Alex Gordon is. He doesn't wear number 7. He wears number 4. So everybody else, while I'm looking this up for Dave, I know all the rest of you are probably just en masse. You've probably already tuned out. But if you haven't, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you breaking with me, bidding with me, chatting with me, hanging out with me, suffering through our black box screen of death a couple of times there, which I still don't know what that was about. But thanks, everybody, for that. And I hope that I will see you all again on a future break. I'm sure everybody's leaving except for Dave, because Dave and I are trying to figure out what's going on with this jersey here and see if we can figure out why it doesn't match up. Yeah, I don't know. It just it does not match up at all, and I don't know why. Number 4, number 5. La 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 la. And this does not show there who wore number 7. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, Dave. So I will have to get back to you on that, because again, the number doesn't match what I think the signature is, because I think the signature is Alex Gordon. But since the number doesn't match, I'm going to have to research that a little further, and I will have to let you know on that, man, because I don't know what else to do with it at this point in time. I'm going to have to get on there, trying to figured this out with the iPad is not optimal. So when I get in there on the desktop and use it a little more easily, I can probably research this a little better. But as of this moment, I still believe that that is an Alex Gordon signature. But I will verify it. We'll find out why the number doesn't match. And if it is, in fact, somebody else, then we will announce that tomorrow night. But to me, it still looks like Alex Gordon. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll see you again soon.